Hello everyone, I'm Iain, and in this video I want to share with you the secrets of the body transformation that occurred during these two photographs. There's this incredible food supplement. I ate less. There's this superfood I've got to tell you about. I just didn't eat as much. There's this amazing exercise product you can use for just 5 minutes a day. I ate less. There's this incredible workout program that's guaranteed to get results. I just didn't eat as much. There's this special type of berry you can eat. I ate less. Okay, so there's the truth. I fundamentally ate less. And there's some more BS in this video too, because those photographs are fake. Right? They were taken within 2 minutes of one another at training last night. So you often see things like this in the fitness magazines, people trying to sell their wonder product. Just don't buy the image, because if I can do this on my iPhone with, just using the natural light, and I'm not a professional photographer, and I'm sure as hell not a professional model, and I know nothing about lighting, if I can get that kind of effect, you can imagine what the professionals can do. So on the first one, all I did was I'm all pumped up because I've just finished doing the weight, put my hands on my hips, push forwards, tense the muscles up a little bit, try and keep the face relaxed so it doesn't look like I am tensing up, of course, right? Stand so the light's coming through the window in a way that hits the muscles and makes all the contours, put it in black and white, voila. On the other one, I stand back. I'm in exactly the same position actually. If you watch carefully, you can see this. You can see the barbell just on the edge of the photograph. So I'm standing in exactly the same position. Camera's sitting exactly where it was, but I put a flash on so it shines at me, shines straight at me. I roll my shoulders back, so again it makes me look kind of thinner, less muscular. I put my belly out so it makes me look fatter, and I use my arms hanging by the side to try and hide the fact that I'm arching my back. I didn't quite manage that actually. If you see, you can see the gap. You can see I'm arching my back a little bit, but maybe that helps illustrate the point even better. So photographs like this, don't trust them. They're complete BS. I say as those two, the one where I'm looking better, that was taken like about a minute before the one where I'm looking awful. I even showed them to my own partner. I said, look at the picture goes. And she goes, oh, you look good in that one, Iain. She goes, and when was that one taken? So I can even fool the person closest to me in life. So you bet your life advertisers are going to do that too. Okay, so let's talk about how I really lost the weight, because a few of you were very keen to point out that I'd put on a little bit of extra weight. It was noticed. And it was also noticed when the weight came off again as well. People were maybe not as keen, but certain people would comment, oh, you've lost some weight, Iain, you've lost some weight. And all I did to do that was I just ate less. That was fundamentally, as I just was joking about a moment, that's all I did. I had a niggling back injury, which was, kept tightening up. So I wasn't able to train quite in the way that I wanted. And as a result of that, when I'm not training in the way that I want, I have a propensity to overeat. Now, it's not that the training is burning off the excess calories. It's just more that the exercise for me helps me regulate my diet a little bit more. It's very difficult to burn off excess calories. As you know, if you've ever done the maths on this or looked at the kind of calorie counter on some exercise machines, you can see that our bodies are super efficient at storing excess energy, because our ancestors depended on that for their survival. They don't know where the next meal's going to come from. So if you've got something to eat it, store it, and don't give that up easily, because your life may depend on it at another point. So you can't out-train it, you can't outrun a bad diet. You've got to reduce the amount that you're eating, reduce the amount of calories that you're eating. And if it's bad quality foods, to start eating good quality foods. But it is possible to put on weight with good quality foods too, because that's exactly what I did. You convince yourself this is healthy, therefore it must be good for me, but excess amounts of it are still excess amounts of it. One thing I also did find useful is the intermittent fasting, where you have a period each day where you don't eat. So you may have 12 hours each day or 8 hours each day or somewhere between the two. There's different models and different ways of doing it. I started at 12 hours a day. Now I do it on 8. That works well for me in my routine. Still have my 3 meals within that, but I find this extended period each day where I don't eat, that really helps. The strange thing is as well is I don't get as hungry as I did, as bizarre as it may sound. I also think that meals are more satisfying. And to be honest with you, now the portion sizes of these 3 meals are probably a little bit larger than they were, but I'm not snacking and I'm not eating round the clock. And as a result of this, I find the meals more satisfying, and overall the calories are down, so I'm losing the weight. But that would be it. Fundamentally, if you feel that you need to lose a little bit of extra weight, you keep training. That's important, but you're not going to burn off a lot of calories. Watch what your diet's going to be. Stick to your meal times is something that I would suggest. And again, if you can have a little period each day where you go, okay, I'm done now, I'm not going to eat for the rest of the day, whenever it is you have a cut-off point, that'll help you stop you snacking in the evenings, that kind of stuff as well. That could be useful too. But that's all I did to lose the weight. I ate less. So another comment that's been coming in, the muscle gains. You seem to put on a lot of muscle. Again, I'll let you know the truth on that one. I have been weightlifting week in, week out since I was 16 years old. Okay, so for over 30 years, I have been lifting weights, doing resistance training. So I don't think I've suddenly packed on muscle, and I'm sure I haven't. And what's happened is I've lost the mass, the fat on top of it, so it's a little more visible than it was previously. That's all that's happened. I think one of these things is as well, if you see any of these things promising, super quick muscular gains and it's not going to happen. It's not true. What you need to do, if you want to get stronger and more muscular, you just need to be consistent. Don't fixate on the product. I want the results now. I want the results now. I want the results now. Just concentrate on the process and enjoying the process, and the results will inevitably flow from that. So again, the strength that I've got, that's a result of 30 odd years of weightlifting. Now you can see changes quite quickly, but you don't pack on big amounts of muscle very quickly. If you're, I always say 6 weeks is what I always tell people. If you can do something for 6 weeks, without, don't care about the results, just do it for 6 weeks. At the end of the 6 weeks, most people go, oh, I can see a change. And once I can see that change, then they're motivated to continue and pursue those changes a little bit more. You're not going to see much changes within the first 6 weeks, which is why a lot of people get despondent with diet and weight training. I've been dieting for a fortnight now, I don't look any different. I've been weightlifting for 3 weeks now, I don't look any different. You won't, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of sticking with it, working through, and eventually the results will come. So but here's the point, right? So I'm a professional martial artist, so I want to be fit, healthy, strong, a functional body is what I want, right? What it looks like is largely an irrelevance, right? And it should be to everybody. It should be to everyone. No one should value their self-worth on how flat is my stomach, because you could be a horrible, pathetic human being with a flat stomach, and you could be one of the most wonderful people on earth carrying some extra weight. It's no indicator of your value as a human being as to how thin or fat or muscular or immuscular you are. It's pointless, So, and anyone who views you like that is someone whose opinion you shouldn't care about. Like a young guy I know, I like to be shredded because it attracts the girls. Well, do you really want to attract that kind of girl? Do you want to attract a girl who loves you because you've got a low body fat percentage? Or do you want to find someone who loves you because you're you and all the special things about you? And obviously the same would go, if you're a woman, it's exactly the same thing. Do you want to attract a man who's only interested in you the way they look? It's very superficial. It's not the kind of relationship that we should really want. So I think it's important, that we're fit and we're healthy, and it helps us enjoy our lives a little bit more. But if we get obsessed, and again, there's no doubt the media tries to make us obsessed about that we've got to eat a certain way and we've got to look a certain way. It's absolute complete BS, and we just need to see through all of that. Be fit, be healthy, be strong, but don't be manipulated. Don't buy the snake oil. Don't believe the photographs, because they can be fake real easy, as even I've shown you in this video. If you want to be healthy, be mindful of what you eat, and don't eat too much of it. That's your thing. And then exercise regularly and consistently, and I guarantee that you'll see benefits and you'll start to feel better. And if you look better, well, that's a good thing too, right? But that should never be the objective of why we do anything. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to attract the attention or admiration of people who are that shallow and superficial. You be you.